Welcome to Forum 360, where we have a global outlook from a local view. I'm your host, Leah Love, and today we have Ms. Gloria Terry and Mr. Kenny Smith. We will be talking about building confidence in young girls. So today, Ms. Gloria Terry, would you be willing to introduce your organization for us?
Sure, thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me to be here. I'm very excited to make the community aware of what we do. My organization is the Grace Academy of Small Wonders, and it's a nonprofit organization that targets little girls ages 6 to 12 around 3 core competencies that we work with. That is character development, spiritual awareness, social skills, and etiquette.
Okay. And would you introduce your organization?
Yes, once again, thank you for having me as well. My organization is called Ladies First Akron Incorporated, and it is athletically driven to teach life skills. So what we are designed to do is use education and athletics so that the girls can be mentally strong and able to withstand the obstacles that come outside of the realm of physical activity.
Okay. So tell me, what was your purpose and reason and drive for creating your organization?
Well, for me, the drive was seeing today the real issue of sexualized media messages, and young girls were finding their esteem and self-worth in those media messages, negative media messages. So I saw a need to direct girls in the proper path, one that more accurately would help them to better understand who they were based on attributes that were more internal than externally driven.
Okay.
So that was my passion when I just saw what was happening in the fabric of society.
Mm-hmm. What was your?
So being an educator, education is very important to me. In basketball as well, being able to play college basketball and the professional experience that I had traveling the world, I wanted to do something with basketball. Never expecting to do anything with girls basketball because I didn't have a passion for that. So coming back home at the community center that I grew up in, an all-girl team was put together and they didn't have a coach. So right before the game started, I ended up coaching because I was like, well, I felt bad the girls didn't have that opportunity, and through that I developed a passion. I found my passion, that was for me. And then after that, I realized that it was more than basketball in terms of having a positive male in their lives because of the inner city girls that we target. So I noticed that it wasn't basketball. A lot of other opportunities present themselves through basketball, and that's how I was able to take that and then create the organization that we have now.
So through basketball, what are some of the other opportunities that they're able to be exposed to?
Well, through basketball, it's a team sport. So first off, you have to sacrifice. It cannot be about you if you want to experience success. Each person experiences individual success, and it looks different for everyone. But collectively, which is what's going to happen when you get out into the workforce, being able to communicate. Once again, you have teammates. So it can't be about you. You have to communicate effectively with your teammates. So that communication piece is very big. And the most important thing is doing something that allows you to experience success. So now when you do something that is a challenge and you start to experience success, it gives you confidence, and you can transfer that to so many different areas. So sports is a great opportunity to just expose you to different walks of life and different experiences that transfer into the world outside of sports.
Good. So, Ms. Gloria, what makes your program different from others that are in the community?
Well, there are a lot of good programs in the community targeting girls, but my program is different because it's faith-based, but not faith in terms of religion, but faith in terms of inner belief. What do you believe in? What are your core values? So we build girls based on how they feel about themselves internally, because so much of their external stimulus is driving them in their behaviors, and oftentimes it's negative. So we take a different approach by delving into the inner self of the person, who you are on the inside, your self-talk. So I think our program stands out because we really develop the inner life of the individual.
So in And you said you work with girls who are 6 to 12.
Yes.
So I know sometimes it can be hard for them to know who they are or understand what's their inner self. So how do you go about beginning that conversation with them?
Well, basically, just get them to first quiet their thoughts. Quiet their thoughts in a team environment, because we sit in a circle oftentimes so they can feel connected with one another, and just quiet their thoughts. And then tap into emotion. When we tap into emotion, how you feel about things, what have you experienced that caused you to feel anger, that caused you to feel joy, that caused you to feel love, and how do you talk to yourself? Developing an understanding that we all have an inner life and we do self-talk. So that's the beginning, just having that dialogue. What do you think about? What are the thoughts that you engage yourself in? And it just blossoms. One girl will open up and she'll share something, and then that'll trigger something in another girl, and next thing we know, we got a girl session going on. A full circle of girls.
Positive self-talk. To touch on that, that's something that we also talk on, because it's very important to control your thinking.
Yes.
Like you said, and positive self-talk is something that it has to go on in the game of basketball, because, for example, if you go to the free throw line and in your mind you don't believe you can make the shot, then you're going to miss the shot. So it's constantly speaking to yourself through the game that we touch on as well in our organization, because that's controlling the inner you before it gets outside, so that you have to control the inside first. So just recognizing the connection there.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now you guys have specific age ranges that you're working with, 6 to 12 and 3rd grade through 8th grade. How did you decide that this was the area that you needed to focus on?
Well, for me, I decided 6 to 12 because it's a developmental stage for girls, and oftentimes that's the age where they're starting to really becoming aware of who they are and moving prior to moving into puberty. So it's a very important and crucial developmental stage, and I just targeted that stage because just a lot is going on in the lives of girls at that time.
Very similar for us. Developmental stage is very important, and if you can set a foundation, if young people can get a strong foundation and a consistent foundation, then they're able to build upon that. So we looked at stopping at 8th grade, kind of preparing them to go into high school, and so we don't lose touch. We just don't have the basketball programming, at the high school level, but we still are in touch with them. But it's very important to just establish the consistent habits at a young age, and if you can establish them early, they become habits that transfer into the older times of your lives.
Yes.
So that's what we were thinking when we picked that age range.
I totally agree. I just wanted to piggyback on that, developing that foundation while they're young, and it will transfer into adult life. That foundation is very important, and the person who's presenting it, it's important for girls to feel the authenticity coming from the person that stands before them, being genuine and being sincere about what you do as well.
Now, what would you say for this age group are the top 2 issues that they're facing?
Personally, from what we see, young girls are not confident. They're not confident in themselves because it's that stage of them not completely knowing who they are. So they second guess and they wonder why, and society has one way of saying girls should be, and then they have the way that they think. So I think there's a lot of uncertainty there. So it's very important to kind of help them through that, so that they can understand it's normal for you to have different thoughts and different views, but now once we understand what those are, we can attack them. We can figure out that they're not really as bad as we thought that they were. Now we can address them, because if you don't, it just continues to show up in your lives.
I would say one of the issues that I'm seeing is having confidence in the wrong thing, building self-worth in appearance, or how long their hair is, or the color of their skin, and that can be a real issue. And with a lot of the girls not having a father in the home. That's another issue, because I think it's very important for a father or male role model to affirm or to speak in the lives of the girls. So that's another issue. They don't have anyone that's pouring into them with positive affirmations of who they are as well.
Yeah, to kind of continue that, touching base on the absence of the father, and specifically, we target, the inner city. So we're looking for the inner city girls to provide the opportunity that is usually available in suburban areas. And with that, you did have the young ladies who don't have the fathers, or who just don't have a strong male all the time to push them or to tell them that they're beautiful. It's a lot of different aspects that come from being a strong male. So as time went on, we realized, because myself and like our co-founder was a male as well, and we weren't looking at it in that aspect totally. We knew that was there, but as time moved forward, we saw that these girls look at us so much more than basketball coaches, because we try to, expose them to so many different things, and we go to their events outside of basketball, and we go to their birthday parties, and we really show them that we care. No matter what it is they're involved in, we're there for them. So I think that's big.
Okay. And if you're just tuning in, this is Gloria Terry and Kenny Smith of Ladies First Akron, and Gloria Smith of Grace Academy of Small Wonders. And we're talking about building self-esteem and confidence in young girls. So talking about confidence, what is it, and how is that something that really can be taught?
Well, for me, since my program is a faith-based program, and faith not in terms of religion, but more so what you believe in, faith and confidence go together, because confidence is a certainty, a surety of something, whether that's an achievement, something that you've accomplished. But what our program does is to show girls that faith, believing in yourself and believing in something bigger than yourself, a power that you can tap in that's bigger than yourself, will build confidence. Not so much confidence, which is good to have confidence in your skills and ability, but we take it even deeper. Confidence in who you are, who you were born to be, your integrity, what drives you from the inside, your honesty, your ability to love and to care about the world outside of yourself and to contribute to that community outside of yourself. So we show girls confidence by tapping into their inner lives and showing them the tie-in through faith, what you believe in, and when you believe in yourself and you believe in who you were born to be and what you were born to do, and having the skills and abilities to do that, then that gives you the confidence to move forward and to do and to contribute in the world.
Well, for confidence for us, we like to focus on habits, habit forming. We talk about goal setting with the girls, and we talk about a lot of different aspects in terms of setting goals. And goals are really, really good, are a good thing to have. But if you don't have the habits behind wanting to achieve that goal, we don't feel like you're realistically putting yourself in position to obtain that. So what we try to do is get them to understand the importance of habits. And when you are consistently doing something, then it becomes a part of you. So it's not something that you have to really go do. It's just a part of you now. And so once that comes and they believe within themselves that they can do it, then they're willing to try different things, and they don't look at it as a task. Now you look at it as, okay, this is something new, but if I build the habits to getting up to it, I'll be able to, achieve the goal. So it's very important that we understand work behind everything. There's always work behind it. Like there's no magic wands is one of the sayings that I always say. I'm not going to magically make you be able to do these things, but you really can do it if you continue to work. And they start to see it little by little. They see some success, and then we challenge them to a new task. And they're like, oh my goodness, something new. And then they work at it and experience success. So it allows them to even try new things outside of when they're just with us. So we're trying to focus on that habit formation.
And I know that one of the issues that women in general, no matter what the age, body issue and body image is always a problem or source of anything, issues I should say. So do you guys address that? And I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, but how do you address, all of these photoshopped images that these girls want to make themselves look like, or feel like they are not adequately reaching this certain look? So how do you address those body images and issues that they may have?
I know for us, one of the things we do, one of the affirmations that the girls have, they say, I am a girl. I am an expression of love, beauty, and joy. I have a face, but I am not my face. I have a body, but I'm not my body. And then we just take that affirmation and we'll delve into it. What does that mean? What does it mean to have a face, but you're not your face? What does it mean to have a body, but you're not your body? And here again, for our program, it allows the girls to delve into that inner self-talk and the dialogue that they have. And sometimes they're not even aware that they have dialogue. We think things and we don't even realize that our thoughts are driving our behavior. But when we intentionally, with intent, address these issues and talk about it, and we do it with activities that we bring in and allow the girls to do, or we'll talk about different things that are going on in the media, on television, the individuals who they might idolize, some movie stars, and we'll just break it down. And then we'll talk about, well, if a person is really pretty on the outside, but say they have nasty behavior, how does that make you feel? Tapping into emotions again. So that's how we address it, and we really see what's going on in the media and try to bring in real life situations and give examples and help have them personalize those examples in their own lives.
That's exactly what we try to focus on as well, because the media is such a powerful tool right now, and the phones and the devices, and they're always connected to something. So practicing 3 days a week, one of our days is dedicated to life lessons. So we bring people in, we bring professionals in, we bring community members in, and you don't have to have a great title. You can just be a regular mom who works hard every day and takes care of her family, and you have a story to tell. So we try to get different people in front of the girls, but one of our most powerful life sessions, in my opinion, was when we analyzed some of the songs that they listen to. Because music, the beats are catchy. So when you hear a song, the beat can hook you. And a lot of the young people get hooked to the beats, but we analyze the lyrics and how women were being degraded and how they were being talked about and how they were being referenced in some of our young girls' favorite songs. And they really hadn't looked at it with that eye, of course, that we as adults looked at it. So just to make them aware that if you're claiming or repeating this, then you're affirming it within yourself. And so if an outside stranger came in and said that to you, you wouldn't like it, but you're saying this song and it's going on, and you're really identifying with that. So we're very, very straightforward about what's going on in our life lessons, so that we can really see how they feel, and then attack it, different ways to attack it, get their input, and then provide what we believe, can help them and assist them in those matters.
And making them aware, as he said, because oftentimes they're just not aware. And so here again is the need for them to tap into that inner life to make them aware, and then to move forward with intentionality.
Okay, so combating some of the negativeness, a girl comes to you and she says, I just have no hope. I don't have any skills. I'm not that smart. How do you address her, or how can somebody help a girl who comes to them and says something like that?
That, for me and my organization, we attack it. I see it pretty often. Unfortunately, that's a commonality with our young people in school. Me being a teacher, along with my organization. So some people don't have a support system that preaches that you're somebody, and it doesn't have to be a large thing. You can be a great communicator, and being a great communicator is a positive skill that you possess. But some people may look down on that skill as if it's not a big deal. So it's very important to try to help them understand skills that they have, and you have to help them understand it at their level. Because if you try to look at it as college level adult type skills for young people, then of course they're going to feel overwhelmed and that they don't have any skills. But they're real small skills that they possess, even if it's just being able to bring people together. That might be a skill that you have. Two people don't get along, but they both come to you because they want to share their problems with you. That's a skill that you're able to listen to them, maybe mediate that, and you really don't even know that you're mediating it. So what we try to do is just help them find something that they're good at, because there is something there within them. And then once they realize, okay, I am good at some things, build upon that. You just have to help them identify it.
Really help them identify it is the key, as he said, because if they don't have anyone that's affirming them and helping them to see the value that they have and the skills that they have and acknowledging those skills, they really don't see it. I can give you an example. One little girl, we posed that question to her, and she said, I can't do anything. All I do is clean my room. So I said, well, it sounds like you're a helper. You have skills to help, and then just build upon that and help them think differently, because we help them see differently. And I think we can help them see differently when they become aware. It's all about awareness. It's very important.
Yes, it's not allowed in the gym. The girls know it. It won't be fun in the gym if they come in and use those words, but now it holds them accountable, and then they hold their teammates accountable. So it's a beautiful thing. So I mean, that was something that I was raised with, so that's something that I try to instill in all the young people that I work with. And in doing that, it allows them to understand that really that's true. I believe that that's true.
So at the end of your program that the girls have gone through, what is your hope and vision that these girls will be able to walk away with, and what will they be able to take away with them that you hope that they've grown and you can see the growth with?
Well, for the Grace Academy of Small Wonders, my hope for the girls is that they will find their value from internal drivers rather than external. And the vision that I have with the girls as they become more aware and tap into the inner power that they have and know that they were born for purpose and destiny and to do great things, that they will begin to go out with the confidence to do it and not feeling that they can't, as Mr. Smith was saying, or to be hesitant, but knowing that all of us may fail or have challenges, but even in the failures there's valuable lessons, and it's all a part of the cycle of life, and not allow that to keep them from reaching their fullest and greatest potential. That's my vision for them, and to know how to act in social settings, because we also tap social skills and etiquette, and today I think we're getting away from that in very crucial ways, because young people are attached to something, an electronic device, and we're not having the face-to-face interaction. Mm-hmm. So social skills and etiquette is very important. So my vision would to see them girls in social settings, knowing how to sit, knowing how to talk appropriately and what's inappropriate behavior, and just to shine and soar and be the beautiful spirits and souls that they are.
Yep, having the confidence to try things is very important. That once they leave us, they're going on to high school. And what we preach to them is not all of them are going to be serious about basketball, and that's perfectly fine, because what we do is we don't do it for basketball. And we're looking for them to just be leaders and to use the habits that they have, mm-hmm. and to transfer them to their peers. We talk a lot about giving back in our organization. It's very important that young people learn how to help other young people, because they were given certain tools to be successful. So now, by having multiple grade levels, we have our older ones kind of like be big sisters to the younger ones and use what they were taught. So then we've had girls go on to high school and be great and be valedictorians of their class and speak at graduation and go on to college and be great without basketball. But then we have some who are really serious about basketball and have developed good habits and work habits there to obtain full athletic scholarships. And there's a wide range, but just they're confident to try anything. So now stepping out, it's not hesitation in high school, because in high school, that's a very, crucial time in terms of trying to find out who you are. And a lot of our girls, by having the success that they have experienced through the organization, they don't look at it as an intimidating factor. They're ready to attack the high school issues. They're ready to attack these things because they have habits built that they know that they've experienced success by building habits. So our vision is to see them not be afraid to accept challenges of the world and attack them.
Okay. Real quick, how can somebody get involved or contact you in the future?
To get involved with Ladies First Akron, our website is leaguelineup.com/Ladies First, and that's spelled out. And our email address is ladiesfirstakron, all spelled out, @gmail.com.
Our email address is the Grace Academy of Small Wonders @AOL.com. That's our email address, and our website, it's under construction now, but the website address is www.gaosw.org, Grace Academy of Small Wonders.
Okay. Thank you for joining us for Forum 360, where we had Gloria Terry of Grace Academy of Small Wonders and Kenny Smith of Ladies First Akron. Today we talked about building self-esteem and confidence in young girls, and we want to encourage you to do the same in the girls in your community. I'm your host, Leah Love, and have a great day.
Forum 360 is brought to you with support from Electric Impulse Communications, Kim and Harvey Nelson, Rubber City Radio Group, Akronist.com, Hudson Cable, Medical Mutual of Ohio, Forum 360 supporters, and the Shaw Jewish Community Center of Akron.